All right, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Welcome back to the bar. It is from the childhood of your past, or I guess all of your childhood. Wait, let's do that again.
Right. Okay, we maybe should. Where are you? I can't find you. Hold on. I don't know where you are. There we go.
Okay. All right, let's clap again. 1, 2, 3. Welcome back to the bar. This is one of the bitches from your childhood. Bitch number 1, Christi.
And I'm bitch number 2, Kelly.
I am really stepping up and living up to that bitch reputation.
Yes, but somehow I always get included.
I know. I
was pretty good this week too. I'm good.
You were good.
Somehow I always get screwed.
You always get lumped in with me. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Well,
I'm your partner in crime, so whatever you do, I'm included. So good.
That's a friend. That's a friend. You get a sentence just as much as I do. But you can see I am not recording in my office today. I'm back in New Orleans. So welcome to my creepy room again. So I have to say, one of the funniest comments I have ever read on Back to the Bar, I have to read it to you before we get.
God, I'm scared.
No, it's really funny. It's not bad. Where is it? Let me find it. It's probably, like I said, my favorite comment that I've ever read. I was dying. Where did it go? Where did it go? But it basically said, here we are, where it is. Okay. So I should have had this, I should have had this ready to go. I suck. Sorry, guys. It said, what the hell? Okay. I can't find it now. Hold on. I am a mess today. I'm telling you. Well, basically, I can't find the exact one, but it basically says that, oh, here it is. I found it. I love that Kelly can't be bothered with upgrading her camera for these videos. Christi looks like a news anchor and talking to a remote correspondent in a word I don't even know the name of the country. But today I look like I am corresponding from there too.
Hey, what you see is what you get. I don't know how to do all that shit.
Yeah, well, I obviously look like it too. I'm not in the studio today, you guys. I'm not at my news anchor desk. I'm in New Orleans, so we both look like shit.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
But anyway, I'm having the worst day ever, so I'm excited for our drinks. What are you drinking?
I have, in honor of Kendall and Kathy going to the Candy Apples, I have an apple pie.
Oh,
I made it with my barista, or however you say that, but we'll see how it is. But I thought it was an apple, so I thought that would be cute because the candy apples are there today. And I got a little apple. I'm excited to eat my apple, some Granny Smith apple.
You do like a snack, but your glass looks like an apple.
My glass, I got this from that place I got the last one, that whiskey or Corey whiskey or whatever. They're cute, aren't they?
They are cute.
I got 3. They're really all like kind of, they're just weird shaped. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think you're supposed to, it's like a Japanese whiskey company. Like they're Japanese, but so I think you're supposed to put Japanese whiskey in them, but I just use them for whatever the heck I'm drinking. Because they're cute.
They are cute. So what do you see what I'm drinking today? Are you ready?
Flashback from the past, man.
Straight out of the past and straight out of the can. I couldn't be bothered with that. Twisted Tea Filter. Look, I even got the big one. This is the 40. No, I think it's a 24. It's a 24.
Yeah.
I'm desperate.
It's yummy.
It is yummy. I'll never sleep tonight.
It's not that late. We'll be good.
It's late for me. If I drink any caffeine after like 11, I can't sleep. I can't drink. No, I'm terrible. Yeah. So I just landed in New Orleans and I was like, oh my God, I need a drink. And I didn't have time to like run down and get another Voodoo Daiquiri. Plus those were bad. Tipsy at the end with those things.
Well, how about me last week with my espresso martini? I was like a disaster. I wasn't even drunk. I was just like frazzled, like hot and like feeling very jittery.
And your brain couldn't connect your sentences with your.
Yeah, I was like a mess. I got my glasses today, but today is your turn to read, so it's good.
You don't even need
But
your
I got
glasses.
my actual glasses this time.
What were the other ones?
Well, those were just like my cheaters. These are actually from the like an eyeglass store, but I couldn't find them. So after last week, me being such a disaster, I searched for them and I found them. I'll probably lose them again by next week, but
when it's time for you to read again.
Yeah, I'll lose them probably, but oh well.
Oh God. Yeah. Oh, you look pretty. I'm like straight off of a plane. My hair's sticking up. I just got up.
I'm a mess and I'm sweating because I keep wearing these shirts that are on the show and they're long sleeved and I'm sweating.
Because it was cold in this week's episode. We're like in
there was snow when we were walking in, wasn't it?
Yeah, I remember that very specifically. I can remember standing outside because they made us walk in twice. And I remember us like screaming at them. It's effing
cold.
Just let us in. Who cares? You never use this shit anyway.
Yeah.
That's what we said. So anyway, oh yes. One quick thing before we get started, I do have to say, unless you can pull it up, I don't have access to the Patreon to read names.
Oh, I'm going to kill you. You need to give me more time to pull that up. I can't just pull it up in 2 seconds. I don't even know how to get on to Patreon.
Okay. All right. We'll read Patreon next week.
God, you should have texted me earlier and I would have figured it out.
I was too busy yelling at my contractors. It's like being married to Fred, Diane's husband, who never did anything. I have a house full of them right now. They don't do shit unless I'm here yelling at them. It's terrible. I'm having a meltdown over New Orleans. We can talk about it in the after show. I'm not in a good place right now emotionally. I'm just saying. Okay. So, the best thing I can do if I'm not in a good place emotionally is go rehash the worst time of my life.
Exactly. It makes this time of our lives good.
So let's do a little comparison. We'll talk about dance moms and then I'll go to bed feeling like, oh, my life is so great. Oh, you remember, I can so distinctly remember when it would be time to go to bed and I would be like, I can't even relax and go to bed because I know I have to be up in like 2 hours and this shit's just going to start all over again.
Yeah.
We never had any kind of like relief. It just was constant. Ugh.
Yep. Every day, same thing. How am I going to be tortured this week?
Exactly. All right. So we are on season 2, episode 8, and it's called The Runaway Mom. And we open up in Pittsburgh. And the very first thing we see as Abby is screaming at our girls to get in here and shake the lead out is she has on some blue rhinestone crap. That's exciting.
Yes.
Not a headband, but I'm going to drink for that.
Or we're going to drink to that. I was just reaching for it. I'm like, cheers. Yeah, she's getting slim on the headbands.
Oh, Kelly, what a play on words you chose.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. So I have so many, like, Abby is completely contradicting herself notes this week because she starts off by saying last week you did an okay job, but you could have been better.
You could have been better. Yeah.
She raved about how great they were last week, about how the gold coats looked beautiful. They were so entertaining. It was like being in a show. She thought fabulous. And now she's like, you did an okay job.
Could have been better.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah. And then she just goes right into the fact that we're going to Fire and Ice in Pittsburgh and she has a rep to protect, just
because her friend owns the competition.
I was just,
so she wants to look good. Yeah, her friend owns that competition.
If I were Kathy, I'd be like, bullshit. I'm not going to a competition.
Exactly. I mean, and it's like one of her best friends, like,
yes,
because Abby don't have very many, and that's one of them.
Yeah, that's why she's allowed to bring her dog. She got a special hall pass.
Yeah.
And she says, "Do you want to say something?"
I was just gonna say, did you catch Jill brought a fur purse this week?
Oh, Kelly, it's my very next sentence.
She brought it into Pyramid, and the bitch has her freaking shoes on, and we don't.
This
is another week in a row.
We have our shoes on. Yes, because I wrote, look how excited we are. And I wrote # Kelly won.
No, but I don't think we wear them anymore.
No, we don't wear them
I don't
anymore.
know, but let's just talk about the purse. Abby had a fur purse last week, and now Jill has a fur purse this week.
I literally have that as my very next line. I wrote Jill's wearing
I
fur
do
and a
not
fur
really
purse.
like fur purses. I'm sorry.
Oh, it kind of reminds me of the one time I was in Australia and Brandon bought
Those
fur
balls.
kangaroo balls. Yes,
Yeah.
fur balls. And he used
Yeah.
to put them on his keychain and stick them out of his pocket. So he had fur balls.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. It's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
no, I'm not into fur purses. I don't know.
no, I'm not either. I'm not either. So we get right into Pyramid, and I just have to point out, I don't know if Abby said something to Chloe before Pyramid, but Chloe looks like she's going to cry the entire Pyramid. I don't know why.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. And so Pyramid starts off with a bang because Kendall's at the bottom and she's like, and you are da, 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 back on probation. And you and I both go like this.
Yeah, we're like shocked. We all look shocked and confused. And Jill is like ready to jump out of her freaking skin.
He's like, that's right. What do you want from her?
Your microphone's all weird.
Oh.
Yeah, like you're like cutting in and out.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she's screaming, what more do you want from her?
Yeah. She's like, gets psycho. The thing that just drives me crazy is Jill looks like she's been a part of this team for her whole life. And that she's so shocked that all this is going on. Like, you're brand new to the group.
Yeah, you don't even have to you have to put in the years of the bullshit. You just show up and expect solos.
Yeah. I don't get that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, when she asks, what more do you want from her? Don't worry.
Abby has a long list.
A list ready to go. She has a list. Close your ribs, straighten your feet.
Your rib cage is open. Your shoulders are hunched.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go.
And Kendall immediately starts crying and Jill goes, are you kidding me? And Abby goes, no.
Okay, when she says, are you kidding me? They go to my face and I'm like making like a smirk kind of look on my face. Like,
you know what? That's funny because later on when Jill storms out, they show a clip of me and I look like a smug little bitch. And
yeah, so do I when she says that.
But 2 seconds before, when they show like the whole shot of us, the whole group standing there, I am like horrified. You can see I'm horrified. And then the next clip, I'm like,
yeah, that's how it is with mine too. Yeah.
Okay, so you're a bitch there. Okay, good. Good to know.
Yeah.
So then I say in my interview, Jill, you always want more special parts, more attention. You got it. You're back on probation. Jill goes to Abby. I actually love this. You should be on probation, Abby.
Well, no, I like when Abby says that if she had a picture of Jill would be the one on the bottom of the pyramid. We should have gave pictures of us. Me and you would have just had a permanent spot, girlfriend.
Oh, for sure.
We could have like decorated very nicely and stuff because we would be staying.
Oh yes, we could have we would have actually been okay putting up wallpaper on that floor of the pyramid.
Yeah.
We weren't going anywhere.
Yep.
And then in Abby's interview, that's when she said about Jill, but did you notice how her hair looked like she had a helmet on? It was like teased, but then it was perfectly smooth. It was like glossy.
I told you I don't really look at her.
I don't know, but we're getting into like the Delta Burke hair era, so it's worth
Okay.
So,
I'll start paying attention. I paid attention a lot on Pyramid. How about Paige's hair? It looked like she had a horn coming out the side of her head. Like, what the heck was that? Paige has horn on her head coming out the side.
But Brooke had her hair brushed.
She did. Second week in a row. Brooke must be trying to pick somebody up or something at school.
I was just gonna say Brooke liked somebody because
she combed her hair 2 weeks in a row.
And so then Jill says, oh, and Abby says in that interview too, she says, you are on my last nerve. And then Jill says, why are we here? You never have anything nice to say. And Abby go, she turns like a top. Like that was her nice thing. She does a lot of things right. And Abby is not surprised by Jill's reaction, but she's devastated by Kendall's, because this is one of my favorite lines.
Oh, this is
On-
mine too. Like she
doesn't-
should have choked on this, saying
Yeah.
this.
She doesn't wake up she doesn't wake up looking to intentionally hurt a child's feelings. I literally wrote in capital.
But yet she does it 100 times a day. Like,
I wrote drink because that's a bunch
Yeah.
of bullshit.
okay.
Yeah. And then Jill continues on her tirade. There's lots of studios who would love what she does, and we're going to find one of those studios. And she says, we're done. And she takes She takes Kendall's hand and she walks out. And that's what I have. They show me looking really smug. But 2 minutes ago, I was horrified. So
Yeah.
out in the hall, like as they're gathering their stuff, Jill tells Kendall, like, she doesn't appreciate you. And then she says in her interview, she's horrified at Abby and she will go somewhere where they treat you, she's saying this to Kendall, and me with respect. And hey, maybe even give you a solo once in a while. And she's disgusted with it and she's not putting up with it anymore. I just want to point out, I think Jill came in episode 1 of season 2, right?
Yeah.
This is only episode 8 and she's already walked out.
A few times she's walked out. And she walks out of the dressing room almost every week, the last 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
And now she's walking out of the studio.
Yeah.
But,
I was like,
but it's
wow.
okay when they're doing these things to our kids
Oh, yeah.
who have been there forever.
It's fine.
But
And
she says to us, why don't we leave? Well,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess at least she's walking out, but whatever. But I do want to say, in Jill's interview, did you notice that she's wearing big feather earrings that look like roach clips? Remember roach
No.
clips?
Yeah.
Used to get those from the local street fairs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Jill looks
You're-
like she's wearing roach clip earrings.
Your microphone's weird again.
Oh, shit. Okay, can you hear me now?
It's not good.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's
Better?
yeah.
Well, yeah, she looks like she's wearing roach clip earrings.
I did not notice those, but I did notice your big feather on, like it's like you have that pink sweater with the big feather pin or something on it.
Yeah. The big
You and
person.
Jill both got the memo about the feather. I did not get the memo.
No, it was not. You didn't. I don't think we did it. We did that on purpose. We wanted you to feel excluded. That's all.
Good. Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're welcome. And they tell us that she doesn't want to go because she loves to dance. And then we see them pull out of the parking lot. So then we go back to Pyramid and Paige is next. And Abby lets her know that you were on top. Now you're obviously not.
Yes.
And she said she couldn't remember the trio. Unacceptable. Again, Paige didn't forget the trio. She was just learning how to getting dance corrections.
Yeah. I don't know.
I drank.
Whatever. Oh,
So-
okay.
Then we have, it would only be right if Brooke were next. And
Yes.
Abby goes into, Brooke, the whiny, mopey teenager crap has to stop. You're a role model. And she says, do me a favor, would you? Just
smile.
And Brooke looks at her with sheer misery on her face.
I know. Brooke's like, I don't want to smile. I don't want to be your role model. Like, just leave me alone.
I hate you. Yes.
Yes.
But then Kenzie is next on the pyramid. But Kelly, Mackenzie did not dance at all last week. She didn't dance. And she's above 3 people who did dance.
Yeah.
All she did was sit in the audience.
And she says that her tricks are clean, or her tricks are stronger.
Yeah, but she didn't dance.
But she needs to go to ballet, but she didn't dance.
But she didn't dance. Then we have Chloe, and she says, once again, nice, clean performance. And then Maddie, you redeemed yourself. And
no
then
stupid mistakes.
Yeah, no stupid mistakes. And then you see me say, once again, Chloe and Maddie are neck and neck. Why?
Same story, different day.
But that's like such a dumb bite, like, because it has nothing to do with this episode. So why would they put that in other than just to make me look like a whiny bitch?
I don't know.
I don't know. Cause I was like, that's dumb. That doesn't make any sense. And then at the top of the pyramid is Nia, and Abby,
Yay!
deservedly so. And Nia smiles, but standing next to Nia when they show that is Kendall.
So Kendall they went back.
I don't know, but Kendall is
They
standing,
must have.
or they edited it wrong, So
That's what I'm saying. Like, because sometimes you look at the clock and it says it's 1 o'clock,
yeah,
and then you go back to the same next scene and it says it's like 11.
yeah.
So they just put it in out of order.
Correct. But then all the girls scream and hug Nia, but Kendall's not in the group hug. So obviously, it was out of order. And then Holly tells us she never thought she'd see the day. And she says it's because of all of Nia's hard work and dedication. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Abby says it's because of her hard work and dedication. And sometimes that's better than any trophy, and you shined. I'm like,
and then Abby said, your mother isn't always here, but she makes sure you are.
Yeah,
I was getting, so that's why she sees an improvement. Leave Nia's mother alone.
No,
like, God, the woman has to work. Leave her alone.
Oh,
you missed your mouth there.
Oh, my
got a hole in your lip.
Oh, whoopsie.
I did that yesterday. Like, I was in my car, I was driving, and I had like a can of pop or whatever. I think I did it. I know I did it too. I think I did it 3 times. Like, I was like a disaster. And it wasn't even alcohol. It was just pop.
Well, I'm a little bit of a disaster today, for sure. Nia then tells us that she's at the top of the pyramid, and she goes, yay. And so Abby then tells us she's getting a solo, and she's going to perform like a princess. She's going to act like a princess. She's going to look like
a princess. Yeah.
And
which is so good.
I know, because that's all Nia wanted. And she's just like I tell everyone, it's tough getting here. It's harder staying.
Oh, God. Okay.
So then she announces the group dance, which is called Head Over Heels. And it's all about falling in love and getting married. Now, as an artist, Abby lets us know that she draws inspiration from the real world, or the world around her. And
she knows something's going on with Melissa. She has a secret.
But my secret is Abby looks like a sea witch in this interview. With a big starfish necklace on.
I don't look at her.
I know. She looks but when she's saying about Head Over Heels, Melissa looks mortified. Like, her face looks mortified. And then Abby says she's going to realize that everyone knows her secret. And then Mackenzie chimes in and says, aren't I too young to get married? But wait, do you remember? Abby fed her that line.
Oh, yeah.
She told her to say that. Just like when I need
about the potato chips.
Mm-hmm. And when Broadway Baby died, don't all dogs go to heaven?
Yeah.
She would stand out in the dressing room and say, Mackenzie, when I say this, raise your hand.
You said,
Yeah. Like, she constantly fed Mackenzie like little things to say, cute lines. Definitely one of them. And then Melissa tells us in her interview that she just got engaged, but she likes to keep her private life. God, I can't speak today. Her private life private. And Abby tells us in the dance, we're going to all be dressed as brides, and the dads are going to be there to give them away. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, my husband's not coming.
I remember you were like adamant. You're like, there's no way Mark is going to come. No way.
Mark wanted nothing to do with Dance Moms. He hated every minute about it. He was not coming to be on camera. Plus, at the time, he worked at Children's, and it was a very controversial show that he didn't want to be associated with, because he's supposed to be like working with kids and like your daughter's on a show being tortured.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I don't blame him.
No. So the whole thing with me calling him was all set up for sure. Like, Mark was never coming. So then we go upstairs and Melissa starts talking about she can't believe what happened in there. And I say, I think she's going back to her old studio to dish the dirt, and we're going to run into them soon. Now, I remember really thinking that she was going to go back to Studio 19 and we were going to compete against them. But that's when we found out that Abby had like an absolutely no Pittsburgh studio clause, like put into whatever, like they were not allowed.
But Studio 19 comes in later, don't they?
Because I think because it's season 8 and they all had to renegotiate contracts.
Okay.
I think that's
because
why. I don't know that. That's just my opinion. Like, that's my opinion. Or maybe.
Well, I'm sure Jill would have went back to Studio 19 and if they were allowed to be filmed.
Oh my
because
God.
she surely wouldn't have picked Candy Apples.
No.
I mean, it's like a 3.5 hour drive. Why would you pick that?
Yeah, of course. Of course they had her go there, of course. But Melissa feels horrible and she hopes she's coming back. And I say Jill didn't bond with us, but Kendall fit well. And I love this. Holly's really disappointed because Jill didn't get to see Nia at the top of the pyramid.
I know, that was so funny. And Holly was like 100% serious about that. She just wanted her to see Nia at the top so she can say, you know, you always tell me my daughter's like,
mediocre, subpar, not the best.
Yeah.
I mean, she insinuates that. Yeah. So then we cut to Nia rehearsing and Abby is using her creepy voice.
I have my asterisk. I'm like, Abby's voice.
And Nia tells us about her solo. It's called I'll Do Anything for You. And it's acro, which is one of her strongest styles. And she's just excited. And Melissa talks about the girls being really excited for Nia. And then Holly says, I was just excited to be off the bottom. And then I say, I'm excited the kid's not doing an ethnic dance.
I'm surprised they put that on there.
I am too.
I am
too. I don't think they put that on there now, but you know.
Yeah.
Look, based on all the shit that Nia's had to do, I think it was a very warranted comment.
Yeah.
For sure. So Abby says to Nia, you worked hard with me and in ballet class and you've waited a long time. So don't screw it up, kid.
Yeah. What a pep talk. Can't say anything nice without having a little jab in there.
Oh, always. And then I go on to say, I think in my interview, I say Melissa's upset because her and Jill are friends. And Melissa says, no, Jill will definitely be back. She didn't mean it. She didn't want to leave. And I'm like, I don't know. She seems pretty determined to leave, you know?
Yeah.
She goes, well, let me text her. I'm going to call her. And the minute she picks up the phone, she goes, oh, I got a text. And it literally says, I'm not coming back, ! Sorry to leave you to the wolves.
I'm assuming that was insinuating me and you.
Yes. But you know, somebody had a really good point in a comment on Patreon. They said, I think that Jill keeps talking about is really the producers, and they had to fill it in to be Kelly and Christi to make sense for the storyline. And that makes sense.
Well, I hope so, because I've been behaving.
Yeah.
And I keep getting accused of shit. I don't remember me behaving so well.
Yeah. You did behave. So Jill says we're going back to our old studio where they like Kendall. And I say, I told you.
We all liked Kendall.
Yeah. And Holly goes, well, that didn't take too long. And I say, let's call a spade a spade. She's a studio hopper and she's going to hop right back to her old studio. And an idiot. It's a good little combo.
It's good. Yeah.
Great. Because I don't want someone around us like that and our kids. I hate myself. I really do. Okay, so the next scene, Kendall and Jill are in their car and she's like going off on Kendall. I always think it's hysterical when the moms are going off in the car and the kids are always just sitting in the back seat.
They're like, just shut up, mom.
I know, because Jill's like, I am not putting up with this crap anymore. You did nothing. They need to appreciate you. I should be the one on probation. And Kendall's just sitting there in the back seat like, Uh-huh.
Yeah, like shut up, mom.
And then Jill makes a call. And she says to the person who answers, because at this point we only know it's a voice, and she says she can't go back to Abby's. And she wants this person to take a look at Kendall and her talents and to find a place for her. And then we see the ominous candy apple shot.
Yay,
And
yes.
it is Kathy. And she says, I need to make sure that all your ties to Abby are severed. And Jill's like, yeah, find a place for her, find a place. So now we're back at our studio. It's 4 days till competition. The girls are stretching in the like the dressing room, and Abby's totally just being like so nice to Mackenzie every time.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Hands are on
Well,
screen. So
aren't
sweet.
they have like she's helping her stretch and do like her arabesque and stuff?
Yeah.
Her Maddie.
Yeah. So they would get like the special private in the dressing room.
Yeah, without even having a private. Yeah.
And then she goes, I heard about the engagement. And Maddie's face is like,
oh my gosh, Maddie is hysterical in this.
yeah. Yes. And Mackenzie just stares at her. And she goes, are you in the wedding? Am I in the wedding? And Maddie tells us in an interview, my mom is engaged, but she wants to keep it quiet. So Abby goes, you know, you guys need to go in there, work on your solos. And she goes to walk away. And then she goes, so wait, let's talk about this wedding again. What do you think of the ring? And they're just like, beautiful. And Chloe goes, I like the story.
But you go, Chloe.
She runs into the room and Maddie goes, don't.
Yeah, Maddie was like, don't
talk about it. Don't talk
he was
about
like
it.
adamant, like, do not.
But when they open the door to go in Studio B, Jimmy Chris is standing there and like runs out of the shot. It's so funny.
Yeah. Was it Jimmy Chris? I thought it was the other one. I can't think of his name.
I thought it was Jimmy.
The sound guy. I thought it was the sound guy.
Maybe it was.
I can't think of his name. Whatever. One of the production people were there.
Yeah, I thought it was Jimmy. Maybe not. And she goes, what story? Abby goes, what story? And she goes, Mackenzie, what story? And Mackenzie in her interview tells us she's not supposed to tell Abby anything because she's a blabbermouth.
Hey, and she is. I wouldn't tell her anything either.
Yeah. And then Abby goes, what story? What was Chloe talking about? She's a weirdo. What's she making up? Why is she a weirdo?
Yeah. Why would she make something up?
Yeah. And Kenzie's like, I don't know a story. And then she tells Mackenzie to send Chloe out. And Maddie goes, no, don't.
No, don't.
And then we cut to Babette's wedding.
Oh, yay.
And I'm wearing fur.
You're wearing what? Fur. Oh, I have that down that you got their note about wearing the vest. And the lady working there had on a fur vest too.
I saw that.
Yeah.
So we're like, I wonder if we're wearing long veils or short veils. And I say, oh, I want someone to try this one on. And then you go, we got awfully sidetracked.
Yeah. We were just looking for veils.
Yes, exactly. And then everybody starts talking about shopping for their wedding dresses. And then Melissa immediately says, if I got married again, I wouldn't wear a big wedding gown. And she goes, I don't even get excited anymore looking at wedding stuff. And then I'm like, why are you lying? We all know you're engaged.
Just tell us.
I mean, just tell us. And then you're getting ready to go in and try on a dress. And you whisper to me, Kelly, I can remember this like I'm standing there. You literally were like, I don't have underwear on. And because
I wanted to shit myself because the lady wanted to come in and help me get in the dress.
I know.
I'm like, somebody else needs to do this because I don't have underwear on and I'm not letting this lady in the room with me without underwear on. And nobody came to save me. You guys all made me go in there. Like, you knew. Melissa knows I never wear underwear when I wear pants. I don't like underwear lines. And you guys screwed me and made me go in there. So much for a partner in crime, you know.
The funniest part about
so much. Thanks, partner.
Sorry. Why didn't I go? I don't know why I didn't put one on, but
me and Holly both did.
I remember Holly went in and did one, but you weren't whispering that to me to be on camera. You were like literally like, oh,
literally, shit. Yes. Like I did
underwear.
not want that lady to come in with me.
And we know later on Melissa should have been the one in there because she's all cleanly shaven at all times.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
You go in your interview. Welcome to my world. Go, man. I died. No,
you keep cutting out.
oh my God. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Kelly-
I just don't want it to be ruined and we can't use it.
Yeah.
But
as long as
how about when I say if I renew my vows, I wanted to wear one of those bird cages, and Melissa's like, what, to hide your wrinkles?
Yes.
I should have smacked her on that.
You should have. But how about me? Your vowels. Why did I say vowels and not vowels?
I don't know.
I was like mentally not very smart right there. And then I say, oh, you say to Melissa, you have a chance of getting married again, not me. And she says, I'm not wearing a wedding dress.
No, she says, I'm not wearing a ring.
Oh, she said,
Because she didn't have her ring on at that point. Remember, she kept not wearing it.
I thought
So they wouldn't bring it up. I think she said it was a ring. But at that point, remember, she wasn't wearing one because she didn't want them to say anything.
Well, later on, when we're sitting upstairs, she talks about that.
Yeah,
We
and then
talk about it.
she
goes
then
on
she
and
ends
on.
up having it on later down at the front desk.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we found out Kelly doesn't wear underwear. Okay, great.
Yay.
Melissa doesn't wear a ring. You don't wear undies. Noted.
Okay.
So then we're back at Candy Apples, and then in comes Jill and Kendall. And Kendall tells us that she's nervous about Candy Apples, but she wants to dance somewhere they like and respect her. And Kathy comes out and she is just thrilled. She hugs Kendall. She says, come on in. And Jill says, should we take our shoes off? And I loved that Kathy said, oh, we have a cleaning lady here.
Yeah. Yeah. She has no idea though why Abby makes us take our shoes off, obviously. Because it's not because it's dirty, because Abby could really care less if our feet get dirty or our shoes get dirty. It's about that she don't want her floor getting ruined.
Right. But it's just, I thought it was hysterical that she's like, we have a cleaning lady. Cause I'm like, Kathy, settle. And then Jill is so funny because she starts talking about everything she needs. She's like, I need a studio. I need Kendall. And I'm like, hold on a second, because it was all about Jill. It was so funny if you listen.
Yeah.
Then Kendall starts dancing for Kathy. And Jill tells us in her interview that it's wonderful that Kathy sees potential and that's what she wants. And Kathy asked if she's interested in becoming an apple. And this weekend, she's actually going to Pittsburgh. And I have an adorable little solo that you can do, which is a chance for you to compete and jump right in without being in the group. And Jill is like so excited because she's like, she got solo.
A solo.
Daughter, she knows she's a good dancer. She goes, this is good.
Yeah. But Kendall had a solo the first week she was at Abby's too.
Yes, she did.
Yeah. So
yeah. So, but this is good, Cal. This is good. So we're back in Pittsburgh and Abby's wearing a headband.
I sat that wrote down. I actually saw a headband on it. I looked at her this time.
I'm having a hard time drinking out of that. Jesus. My lips aren't working. And Abby says we do a lot of lyrical and contemporary, and it's nice to do a novelty number, and Head Over Heels is a novelty. And we go upstairs and we see you guys sitting there, and I walk in wearing Jill's roadkill vest. I have a roadkill vest on too. It's terrible.
I don't know why you guys like them, but where were you? Why weren't you up there with us?
I have no idea.
And did you notice? Oh, I did write fur vest. And did you notice you walked in with a coffee cup? That wasn't coffee, I'm assuming. You didn't have a chance to hide yours yet. You walked in with it. We saw it. We saw it. See, I told you Christi has a coffee cup. She just doesn't show it. Now watch when we go upstairs. She has it hidden behind the step. And mine's just right out in front, probably. Little sneak.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And then I sit down and I'm like, what's on Mackenzie's top? Are those bats? And Melissa's like, dogs. And I'm like, they look like bats.
They
Why-
did look like bats.
But why would they show me just like talking about Mackenzie's top? They just look
Yeah.
for ways to make me look like a bitch.
Yeah, but it did look like bats. I agreed with you on that.
Yeah. And then Abby's standing behind Mackenzie, and then she goes, "Who's your manicurist? She should be out of work."
Yeah, why were we talking about Mackenzie's nails?
I don't know, but she like, tells us all about the dance now in her interview. And she's like, they have a theme. They might have, or they're going to have nosegays, and they might even have garters.
Ooh, exciting.
Ooh. And she's inviting the dads so they can give them away, not to a guy that'll never be good enough, but to the world of dance.
Gosh.
I just am like,
and Kenzie just is going to marry Justin Bieber.
exactly. Yep.
That was so cute.
Mm-hmm.
We did love him. Remember how much they all loved him?
Oh my God, yes. Remember when they first saw him on the carpet and they took that picture?
Yeah.
And then there was that rumor that he took them all to Teen Choice that year.
Yeah, they all loved him.
Meanwhile, he was like, what, 14, 15?
Yeah.
Then Abby starts giving the girls in the room a list of all the things their dads complain about. And I'm like, why are you telling these kids like what their dads complain about? Like, what?
My dad, Randy never complained about anything. So I don't know what she was talking about.
Your dad spends all this time, like they complain about the money and the rhinestones and the costumes and the time and blah, blah, blah. And then they're going to see them on stage and they're going to say, it's all worth it. And then I'm upstairs. Here I am. Just get my spoon because I'm about to start stirring the shit. I say, but I say, who is Melissa going to bring? Daddy or
sugar dad?
No, I go, dad or sugar dad D. And she tells us upstairs that Kurt isn't coming at all. And we're like, no.
She probably didn't tell him.
Right. And then I say, this is the one time the dads are asked to come and she can't put aside their differences and not make it about her. And she says, he has a hockey tournament. And you say, okay, well, is Greg coming then? And then she goes, well, I don't want to hurt his feelings. But during all of this, the music is so fucking dramatic. And I say, why wouldn't Greg come? They live with him. And she goes, oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And you're like, well, why does Melissa go crazy every time Kurt is mentioned? She's like, he's still Maddie Mackenzie's dad and he should have a relationship with them.
Yeah. And I mean, I was friends with them. We were very good friends. And
yeah,
I think Kurt would have wanted to be there. I
agree with
I think if he knew, he would have came.
Yes. And I saw Kurt years after and he still was trying to like see his kids, I mean, there's a lot to that. So I feel bad for him because I do think he would have showed up. I really do.
Yeah. I mean, he came where were we? Vegas or LA?
Yeah.
Tahoe. Yeah.
And he was pissed at Abby for everything she was doing. You know, maybe Kurt would have been on our side.
Maybe. I think you probably would have been.
Probably. So you start talking about the headpieces, and this is hysterical because Melissa starts bringing up that she should have brought her wedding gown because we could have just cut it up.
Yeah. I was like appalled by that. I was like one of your kids might want to wear that or not even wear it. Just have it for sentimental value.
She's like, no. And you're like, no, a keepsake. And she's like, no. And then I say, well, maybe they can help you pick out a new one. And she's like, oh, no new one. Odd. But I thought it was crazy that she's like, oh, we could have just cut up my old wedding dress for headpieces for this dance.
Yeah. I thought that was sad. Yeah. Like I still have mine. I'm divorced and I'm getting divorced and I still have mine. I would never let somebody cut it up.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. So next we are back at Candy Apples and Jill is being introduced to those moms and she just loves them because they're welcome.
They're so nice and
And they bring out
they're not anything like us.
they bring out the sparkling apple cider and cheese, and they have an apple
Yeah, they're
toast.
definitely not like us because we sure as hell wouldn't have been having sparkling cider.
No, exactly.
We'd have been having something a little stronger.
Exactly. We took Jill
But
out.
how about Jill said we were a different beast?
Yes.
A different beast.
I
like
only
that.
know of one beast, and that's Judio, and it's not.
Yes.
So Kendall is rehearsing with Kathy, and I have to say, Kathy is dancing with Kendall, and Kathy looks good dancing with Kendall.
Oh,
Like she does not, like she's like finishing her lines. It looks like it's not like when we see other people dance, you know?
Yeah.
And she's being really nice, and she says, "Look how nice corrections get results." And then we cut back to Jill sitting with those moms, and the moms ask her if the ALDC and Abby knows that Jill is there. And she says, no. And she says she doesn't think Abby's going to be upset. She's going to be angry. And she wants Abby to feel the same anger that Kendall felt that Jill felt when she was being rude about Kendall. And I actually really agree with that.
I like the mom in the background. She says about karma.
Oh, yeah.
I always say that. Karma's a bitch.
Karma's a bitch. And Kathy says, who's at the top of the pyramid this week? And Kendall says Nia, but Kendall wasn't there when Nia was revealed. So
exactly. But she was actually standing beside her, remember? So they screwed up there too.
Yeah, they sure did. Yeah. And then Kathy's like, really? And then she goes, well, I guess you're going to go head to head because she'll probably have a solo. And she said, Jill asks Kendall, do you feel badly about dancing against Nia? And she's like, I guess. And then Jill tells us she really needs Abby to see what Kendall can do, and this might be the only way. And it's funny because those are almost the exact same words that Leslie used. Like, I need Abby to see what Peyton can do. Everyone needs Abby to see what their kids can do.
And then they both said, give her a spot. Just find her a spot.
Yep. Yeah. Everybody wants a spot.
Okay, but Abby has a headband on here.
Oh, la, la, la. Look at you.
Yep. I tried to pay attention more since I'm not doing the whole read thing. I tried to pay attention to some of the others.
Good job. You did good homework. So Nia's rehearsing. It's snowing in Pittsburgh. Shocking. And Abby's like, this is it. No mistakes. It's this. And she tells us, and it's an important solo for Nia. She needs to get her act together. Her act seemed fine to me, but get it together. So, oh my God, this is my favorite scene of the episode. Okay. Because you, me, and Holly are sitting upstairs. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is Melissa engaged? And I was like, and you go, well, she has a ring on. And we're like, well, she takes it on and off. And I'm like, is that a friendship ring? Because that's a really nice friend. And
yeah, because like we just said, she had it on one time and then she didn't have it on the other time.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You're like, I need a friend like that. And then I said, you have a friend. And you're like, I need another friend. I want another ring.
Well, because, and I think you were meaning you were my friend.
No.
Is that what you meant?
Married.
Oh, I know. But I was saying I wanted another ring.
I know. And then that's when you said I wanted another ring. And then you say, I want a big rock. Or no, you said she's wearing a big rock, but she's just being secretive. Why doesn't she just admit it? So then Holly says, well, it's something along the lines of, it's interesting the dads are invited this week and she's wearing another man's engagement ring. Okay. And I say, or I think it's actually you say, well, she hasn't told us. I doubt she's told Kurt.
Yeah, that was me. I wonder, because I said, I wonder if Kurt knows. If she won't tell us, I doubt Kurt knows.
And then I say they need to knock it off because I was like, this is going to be really a long relationship.
And they have kids involved. Yeah.
And then Holly goes, she's so forthcoming, especially about everything about her body. Nooks, crevices, desires.
Wow. Is she talking about Melissa or Abby?
Yes, she's talking about Melissa because I said, remember when she said she thinks about sex and she throbs. And then you go, you know, I know that she's cleanly shaven down there, but she won't tell me that she's engaged. And
I
Holly
guess she tells us all the like dirty details of stuff, but then she
right.
can't tell us she's engaged.
But that's what Holly said. She goes, that's a little too personal, Kelly. That's crossing the line. But when Holly says she talks about Nooks, Crevices,
Crevices.
and
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
I think we should call this episode Nooks, Crevices, and Desires.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Like I was laughing so hard I had tears rolling down my face when she was saying that, because we don't get that from Holly very often.
No.
But Melissa, she is very upfront about things like that.
Oh yeah. That's why I
Like,
said it.
I know.
People probably thought I was weird saying it, but it's like she really and truly is. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh God. Yeah. She'll tell you anything about any body part you want to know.
yeah.
But don't ask about that ring.
Yeah.
So then it's competition day, and we see Broadway Baby being strolled in. So I think we should just drink because Broadway Baby's on our screen. Why not?
Oh, and they still haven't cleaned its face.
Next line. Broadway Baby still needs her face wash.
Yeah.
My next line.
poor
Our
doggy.
brains are one.
Yeah. I'm telling you, all of our asterisk, I'd put an asterisk by them. Every one of them is the same for both
Same.
of us.
It's because
Funny.
we look at the same shit. We're like, seriously?
Mhm.
So you say, I'm not thrilled to be in Pittsburgh because everyone knows Abby here and everyone hates her. And it's so
Well,
true.
It is.
So true.
Like she always says, like, let everybody know that you're like her student. And I'm thinking, oh God, no, don't tell nobody that. Like people won't want to talk to you.
Everybody hates you.
Yeah.
Do you remember when she had her studio name on the back of her car before the competition? It was like Rain Dance Productions.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Something and all that. And she would pull up in that red Range Rover and park at Station Square, but she wouldn't park.
Wouldn't park in a parking spot. She would just like park on the curb, but like,
And then leave the door open.
yeah, like she owned the place. Yeah.
And she left her car door open.
Yeah.
How many times did we walk past that car door and close it? Like in downtown.
Yeah.
So then we're in the dressing room. And guess what we're hearing?
How important the competition is.
That's exactly right. And the kids
Yes.
couldn't pay.
Well, how about Brooke? Brooke's like doing a back bend on the chair, cracking her back.
Everybody
Brooke's
is
really interested.
completely ignoring her. And then Candy Apples, their bus arrives. Apparently their cleaning lady did not clean that bus. It was the filthiest bus I've ever seen on the side of that bus.
I didn't pay attention.
So dirty. And Kathy is not going to let us know what her little secret weapon is, but Jill's nervous and she's worried that you and I might come after her with a shotgun.
I know. Again, why me? Not with Jill. Like that I'm not mean to her.
Yeah, but her goal is to make Kay stand out. And boy, oh boy, is she going to do it, especially with the Candy Apple makeup routine. And that is what we get a load of next, because she's like, Jill, you need to do a little wing there. You need a wing. And then she's like, do you have any loose rhinestones? Because we do a couple rhinestones to add a little glimmer. And I'm dead. And then
how about the purple eyeshadow?
Purple eyeshadow.
I'm telling you right now, if I would have been there and she would have told me to put that eyeshadow on, I would have had to walk across the hallway and gone into and kissed Abby's ass to get back on the team, just so I didn't have to wear purple eyeshadow. That shit looked terrible. And it was just like, I mean, you can make purple eyeshadow look nice. I mean, I actually wear purple eyeshadow sometimes because I have blue eyes and it really makes your eyes stand out.
Uh-huh.
Not the way they had it on.
Well, Jill goes, purple. And Kathy's like, yes. And then she goes, well, I'm just contemplating the purple with her orange costume.
Orange costume.
She goes, oh, I trust you, Kathy. And Kathy's like, we'll just try it, whatever. You know, and she just gets up and walks away. And Jill tells us she likes their dressing room because there's no screaming, there's no crying, there's no knives in the back. And they're all walking down the hall and we come walking out and Abby is pushing her dog in her stroller. And we see Kendall and Jill, and Abby is stunned, absolutely stunned. But did you hear what Kathy said?
She has no kid, but a dog and a stroller. I loved that.
Me too.
I loved that. Yeah.
Me too. And don't forget, did I tell it on here or on Patreon? I think I told it on Patreon about Holly and I in the dog stroller.
Yeah.
So dog stroller. And Abby tells us she could not believe her eyes that Kendall is with candy apples. And when we walk out, you and I, our faces, we're like, actually, we're not even like, we're just laughing. Like we're laughing.
Yeah.
We're totally laughing.
That's what I have wrote down. We were laughing.
Because it's funny. We're like, okay. And just point out though, I think what Jill dances there for 2-3 weeks. I don't even know.
I don't know.
But, this is the beginning of one of the big rivalries of Dance Mom. And I'm not talking about Abby versus Kathy. I'm talking about how much Jill hates Kathy from this point forward.
I know. And I was thinking that when I was watching it, because I was like she went there and she was the one out of all of us that hated Kathy the most.
You hated Kathy.
Yeah.
I
mean, we would argue with Kathy. I have nothing against Kathy, but
no,
I would argue with her just because I didn't have to sit with her all week. You know what I mean? It was like you would fight with her just at the competition and then you didn't have to see her again.
Actually, Kathy offered to be on this podcast. We should have her come on and do an episode. Could you imagine?
Okay. Yeah, we can.
Funny. So then you see me in an interview and I'm like, why would you leave Abby to go to Kathy? That's like leaving Freddie to go to Jason.
Yeah, true. Although Kathy's not mean at all.
No, it's just like irritating, I suppose.
Yeah.
And Maddie says that when she saw Kendall over there, she wanted to cry. It just doesn't seem right. And then we see Holly and Holly's like, it hit me like a punch in the stomach. She realized that that's Nia's competition. So then you see us in the ladies' room. Clearly we have a meeting in the ladies' room and we are like,
yes.
And I'm saying like, I'm not shocked. And then you're like, I am, that it's candy apples. And then you go, that's desperate.
It is. I mean, to drive 3 hours to a studio, again, she only went there to be on the show. Because if she really wanted to go to a different studio that liked Kendall, she would have went back to the one she came from that was right down the road.
Exactly. And Holly says she feels really betrayed because she said, if someone on our team is competing against us, and she says Jill is the ultimate traitor because she was our teammate. And she's like, I hope Nia has fun on stage. She's telling that to us. And then I say, that's what we all just keep telling our kids at this point, like kill everybody, like secretly, but like have fun while you do it, because it got throat.
Yeah.
And
I mean, Kendall competed against Nia, but Chloe competes against Maddie every week. So you're really always competing against a team member.
Yeah, that's
what
true.
I mean?
Yeah, it's true. And then Holly does say it's not fun to compete against a former teammate. And then we say, are the dads here? And then they go, maybe Greg will surprise you.
Yeah, you're such a bitch. that was a bitchy move.
Yeah. Remember the first time we found out that she was dating Greg?
Yeah, it was a competition. It was a competition.
Bert was on one side and Greg was on the other, and we were like, "What is happening?" It was so.
Yeah, I remember. I think we were in Washington, PA.
No, we were
down by that casino thing, wasn't it?
No, that was a different one. We were at Station Square because I was sitting in Station Square waiting for you, and you called me. You were like, I just drove down here with Melissa, and you were like, you are never going to believe. And I'm like, what? And you're like, she has a boyfriend. I'm like, what? Remember?
Yeah.
And it was,
I remember I remember meeting Greg in the parking lot at that casino thing out in Washington, PA. That's when we first met him.
Yeah. Well, he was at the competition the week before, but I think we met
But
him.
she didn't introduce us to him.
Yes, you're totally right.
Yeah.
So then sitting in the audience, Kathy tells Jill that she was reluctant when she called because she doesn't engage with Abby's sloppy seconds. And I have to say, I don't disagree with that, Kathy.
Yeah, like I wouldn't on her sloppy seconds, but I don't know. I think Kathy was pretty excited to get Kendall.
Oh yeah, but wait, didn't you have Kathy or Abby sloppy seconds in high school, or was that reversed?
That was reversed.
I know, I'm teasing, but she tried to make it out that it was the other way.
Okay. I was gonna say.
I'm kidding, Kelly.
Okay.
But Jill feels very welcome. And this is really, I thought this was kind of like heart-wrenching because Nia's in the back.
The Nia and Kendall in the hallway. I didn't like that either.
I didn't either. Because Kendall comes over and Nia's like, "You're dancing with candy apples?" And Kendall's like, "Yeah." And then Kendall's like, "Well, I'm excited for my solo." And she's like, "I like your crown." And Nia's like, "I'm a princess." You know, it was just so like, leave those kids alone. Like those producers did not need to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And then Nia says she's nervous about having a solo against Kendall, but she's going to try to do her very best. Now, I have to say, I think that was a Franken bit. I don't think Nia said, "I'm nervous to have a solo against Kendall." I don't think she said that. I think they
really?
together. Yeah, listen to it. She probably
I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, I think she said like
she could have just said, "I'm nervous to have a solo," and then add in the against Kendall part.
Yeah. So then Nia goes on and she looks beautiful. Her costume is beautiful. We all know Nia loves a crown.
She's so cute.
They show Evan. Holly's crying in the audience.
Yeah.
And Holly tells us that it was just magical watching her and that she doesn't get emotional very often, but she knew what it took for Nia to get there and just the joy on her face. And she was just so proud of her. And I was like, that was an emotional moment to watch because like, I get that. Like, I feel that. I know that feeling. And like, Holly's our friend. And like, you see her going through that.
Yeah.
And then one other note I have is they showed a lot of Nia's dance. I was like,
I didn't notice.
Starting to show.
Yeah, because a lot of times usually they don't.
Right. So you saw a lot of Nia's dance. And then when the dance is over, you know, we hug Holly and I'm telling you, couldn't pay attention. You know why?
Why?
All I could look at was that pink hat.
Broadway baby?
No, that mom's pink hat from Candy Apples. Did you see that bright pink thing?
No. Was it
No, it wasn't the one who wore
Justice's mom. No.
It was another one. It was like this hot pink page boy hat.
Yeah.
Can't miss it. Guess you did. I don't know.
I remember seeing, I watched this last week. I can't remember exactly what it looks like, but I do remember seeing them wearing a hat. I remember they all were crazy outfits sometimes.
All the time.
Jill fits in perfect there.
Perfect.
With the outfits. Yeah.
Jill had on pink pants. She needs to take off that hat. Abby says that Nia, you know, hit all the marks, but she just needs to work on technique. And in the meanwhile, Jill is still droning on to Kathy about all the things that Abby couldn't see about Kendall. all she could see was her paws. And then Abby says, "Okay, this is where I just like lost my mind." Okay. Abby says, "Kathy didn't have to put Kendall up against Nia. Nia deserves her chance to shine. And it was just really a rotten, shady thing to do." Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? How many times did you move Maddie into like Chloe's age division in the last 2 seasons or whatever?
Or
put 2 people head to head or only worked on one solo or only gave one a costume. Are you kidding?
Yep.
It's a really rotten, shady thing to do. I was like, okay.
I agree 100%.
Yeah. So then Kendall dances and her dance is "I Think I Like You" and it's jazz. And
my question is, Abby says that Kendall did her choreography and used her costume. Is that true?
I don't remember that being.
I don't either.
I wonder.
I highly doubt that Abby would have let that happen.
No, if anything, I think what it may have been was Abby might have had that costume made because, you know, sometimes they had a couple weeks out of solo costumes made. So maybe like that costume was made like for Kendall and then they just gave it to her for Candy Apples. So she was holding on to that. But I doubt very highly it was her choreography. But what was funny is she's like, You know, she's doing my routine, my costume. She's only been gone from my studio for a week. What did Kathy teach her? Nothing.
But what
Hi.
did Abby teach her? She was only there a few weeks.
And every dancer that's going to come in from now until eternity, that she's like, that's an Abby
She did.
Lee dance company. You did not train them. These are the 6 you trained.
Yeah.
These 6.
Yep.
That's who you can put your name on. The rest of them learn from someone else.
Yep.
And she tells us Kathy is a worm. And Holly says that Kendall danced well, but she really hopes the judges saw what Nia did. And in the dressing room, everyone is being like so encouraging to Nia, and Chloe was so sweet to her. She's like, Nia, your face was just so joyful.
Yeah.
They look so upset. And then this is when they have me call Mark, you know, because they have to explain why Mark's not sitting there, because they do show Randy and Evan.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, he's coming. And he's like, oh, I'm in a meeting. And I'm like, oh, okay. And Chloe's like, it's okay. He tried, but I can tell you right now, Mark was never coming. So not a big deal. But then we see Melissa throwing the bouquet in the dressing room. And she says she just loves the costume. It's gorgeous. And she just got engaged. So it's kind of fun.
How about Chloe and Paige fighting over that? Okay.
Literally wrestling.
They were gonna like kill each other.
Wrestling. But then Ken, like, I wanted to catch the flowers. So she starts crying. And then she says, everyone get away. You're making me sad. And then Melissa's like, you have to dance. And she goes, it doesn't matter about the dance. It matters about me. And then she goes, I'm emotional.
I loved that. That was my favorite line.
I'm emotional was funny.
It doesn't matter about me. It matters about the dance. Or it doesn't matter about the dance. It matters about me.
I'm emotional. Stop it, Mom. And Melissa's going, don't cry. And so right before the girls go out to dance, did you see Chloe and Paige kiss backstage and say, love you, and then run?
No.
It's the cutest thing, Kelly.
Oh,
real quick. And they're like, they kiss on each other's cheek and they're like, love you, bye. And they like went to other sides of the stage. They're the sweetest, damn cute things.
Oh.
And then that's when you see Randy and Evan in the audience. And I love this dance. I thought this dance was really cute.
Yeah, I did too.
I thought the costumes were gorgeous. The girls looked beautiful. And then Kenzie says, always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
And she said she wishes her dad was here.
Yes.
It's sad.
And then Candy Apple starts, and it's
how about they're doing a funeral dance? Now, right there goes to show you, like, there's no way they would have been doing a funeral and we would have been doing a wedding. The producers said, Melissa got engaged, so Abby's doing a wedding dance, so you guys have to do a funeral dance. There's no way that we would have, that was like a coincidence.
No, and I have to tell you, I thought their dance was fabulous. That dance was fabulous. Those days on those girls, when they came out and their turns, that was a fabulous dance. Did I think our dance was good? Sure. Did I think it looked like that? No. And you say that. You're like, they have great dancers. They are obviously much older. And then you put in Vivian, the little ones, to like bring down the age. But why didn't they just get dancers that were our kids' age?
I don't know.
It would have like eliminated all that bullshit.
Well, probably because they signed Kathy on to be on the show, and then it didn't work out with her and Abby and her driving and, you know, having her studio. So they kind of had to have Kathy in it somehow. And Kathy maybe didn't have dancers those ages. Do you know what I mean? But they couldn't go to another studio and find somebody because they already had a contract with Kathy.
Yeah, I just wondered why they didn't have kids our age, but that makes sense. Maybe she didn't have a strong competition group, but those girls were great. That dance should have.
Oh, they were good. Yeah,
I don't think. Yeah. But then this is where I get pissed for Kathy, because Abby goes, and this is the kind of stuff like she says about us, like you drinking or our kids being stupid or whatever. She's like, Kathy doesn't know how to choreograph. Why would you say that? Just like, I didn't like dance, but it's like ripping on her professionalism.
Yeah.
And she goes, who runs into a funeral and does an arabesque? Vivian. I promise you, Abby would have had an arabesque and a funeral dance.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's stupid. And I hate that she does that. And like, look, Kathy's supposed to be our arch nemesis. I'm saying, I think it's crap that she just gets free reign to say that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So then we get into awards, and right here, you know that Abby is friends with the dance competition owner because we beat that group.
Yeah. Yep. We got first overall group in platinum.
And Abby's in the back high-fiving people. I think it was James and Gianna. And then solos come up and Kendall gets first, and you see Nia look devastated.
Yeah. Aw.
And then Holly in her interview says, my child has been set up. She's not sure what game is being played between Jill and the Candy Apples and Abby, but Nia's not a pawn, and this is real for her, and they played a game at her expense. And I
feel you, Holly. I feel that way all the time.
Yes.
We all do.
Yes.
I think.
Completely agree with Holly. But it's just like what you said is, it happens to all of us. It just, and you feel badly, and I'm not diminishing it, but it was like, it was Nia's week to be the one.
Yep.
Yep.
And
you really thought that you would have a chance. And I think we all think at different times, like, oh, we're finally going to have a chance where our kid feels good, and never.
Nope.
Never. And so then Holly and Evan go in, and they start looking for Nia, and I think she's hiding behind the changing thing, and she's crying.
Mm-hmm.
And then she says she wanted to win because her dad was there. And she goes,
which just like broke my heart.
I know. And then she says, but it'll come again, I hope. And they're comforting her. And Holly's telling her, hold her chin up. You have absolutely nothing to be embarrassed about. And then in comes Abby. What's all this crying and pouting? There's one
into your pillow at home.
Yep, there's one kid crying and pouting and sitting on their dad's lap. Figure out what you did wrong. Like, ugh. I can't even. So then we cut to Candy Apples, and Jill gets a Candy Apple mom jacket.
Jill got one too?
No, it wasn't even for Kendall. It was Jill. It was a Candy Apple mom jacket. It was denim, and it was covered in rhinestones, and she just loves it. No probation, and she thinks it's great.
Yay. We'll see how long that lasts.
Exactly. So then Holly is leaving, and Abby's like, wait, are you leaving? And then Holly, you can tell Holly's like pissed, but also on the verge of tears, because she's like, what happened was wrong. She was like, it was not a reflection of Nia's job, but it was wrong. And Holly does not like how it played out. And she says that it's tough enough to handle Abby, but it will come when it comes to Nia's happiness. She's not going against Jill and Kathy too. Again, I get it. Like, I totally.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So then here comes Candy Apples. They're coming down the hall. And of course, everyone starts arguing. And Kathy says, there will come a day that we beat you. And she says, you only have 6 kids to worry about. I have 306, which, I mean, look. Okay, maybe.
Well, I mean, Abby has a whole studio of kids too, though.
Yeah,
I didn't get that. I don't know. Abby has a lot of students. I mean, it sure as hell just ain't the 6 on the show.
No, but not at that point. She had lost so many, but she did have other students.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then and Abby starts screaming how you solicited students. And Kathy's like, she came to me on her own free will and said that you were a witch.
And yeah, I don't think Kathy solicited her. Jill did go there. Yeah.
No, and then Kathy's like, she went up as Candy Apples today and she won. So that was a win for us. And then Abby's rage screaming with my number. And then Abby tells us the dance world doesn't have rules, but Jill made a big mistake. And you stole our choreography, Kathy. And then Kathy goes, I don't want to steal your choreography. And so
I love her little dancing.
Yeah, she looks like a Smurf or like a little weird troll, like dancing down the hall. And that's it. 150 pages. Look at all my notes. So
did you notice that there wasn't a preview for next week on that?
Yes, I did notice.
I thought that was weird. I even rewound it and because I thought maybe I missed it somehow.
Yeah.
There was no preview.
So there's only 8. We're only up to 8. How many did we do in season 2? Like 150?
Like 26 or something, I think it said.
Oh, I thought we did more than that. I thought we did 32 total.
I don't remember.
I don't know. Anyway, how
A
many
lot.
drinks did you need to get through this one?
I didn't really need any.
I might have needed one because I was a little bit of a bitch, but I wasn't terrible.
I behaved myself as always.
Oh, it's always such a good girl. You're such a good girl.
Where'd my pen go?
What about, I always lose my lines. I'm like looking for my favorite lines. What are your
Oh,
favorite?
I have a couple.
All right.
I had when Kenzie said it doesn't matter about the dance, it matters about me. I'm emotional.
Yeah, that was really funny. That was
And
cute.
I liked when I said, I know she's completely shaved down there, but she won't tell me she's engaged.
Oh my God.
I couldn't believe I said that.
But we said all kinds of shit like that up there. They just never showed it. I
Yeah.
can't believe they showed it.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Okay, so actually, we will tell the story on the Patreon how we used to get them to stop filming us.
Okay.
Any other ones?
Oh, and what?
Any other lines?
No, that I you tell one. I always tell mine. You don't have any.
Okay. I don't have any underwear on. Welcome to my world. No panties.
The fact that there was no reason to air that other than to humiliate me.
But
I also had Kathy when she said she has no kid but has a dog in a stroller.
That's a good one. I have that one too. But my favorite by far is she's so forthcoming, especially about her body. Nooks, crevices, desires.
Yeah.
That is the funniest thing. I'm sorry. It is. Oh, and I also think you left Freddie to go to Jason was funny. I was like, oh, I forgot I said that. That one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, bottom of the pyramid for outfits.
I would say Jill at Pyramid because did you know she had on,
Oh, yes.
I wrote it down, she had on a fur purse,
Yes.
a scarf,
Yes.
jacket, boots. Like she's like I said, every week she has on so many pieces and stuff.
Yes.
I put that for her.
I have never known anyone who wears so much accessories.
Yeah.
Remember Coco Chanel said, always take off one piece before you leave the house. For Jill, she
Yeah.
was a half.
Yeah. Like take 5 off. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. She has a lot of accoutrements. There's always a lot.
Yes.
My squirrel vest was bad, but I mean,
Yeah.
Top of the pyramid for outfits. I don't think I liked anybody's outfits this week, honestly.
I had a black and cream dress on that I liked at the competition, but they never even showed me.
I don't remember seeing that.
They never even showed it. The only reason I know I had it on is because I'm sitting in the audience with Randy and I can see the top of it. So I know what the bottom of it's like an isometrical bottom.
Yeah.
Kind of cute, but they didn't show it. So nobody will know what it looks like.
No, because I was going to say, I don't remember seeing that. I don't remember seeing anybody's outfit. Honestly. So, okay, I'll give you the dress because I have no idea.
Because you didn't see it.
No, I mean, no. Oh my God.
You don't have to have a number one.
I don't have a number one. I'll tell you what I hated was that stupid purple dress I had on at Pyramid with that thick black belt. Like, what am I doing?
I did wrote down nice belt.
Nice belt. That's terrible. I'm not like sitting here as a fashionista. I went on a sweater.
Yeah, no, me either, but still.
God. Somebody needed to rein us in. What I needed was somebody to go to TJ Maxx with me and say, hang that back up.
Yeah.
Put that in your cart. That's a no.
Yeah. I actually was looking for this to put on and I found 2 dresses in there that still have their tags on them from TJ Maxx. And I am like, oh my God, thank God I never wore that because like,
it's terrible.
It's terrible.
Ugly. But to be fair, we were probably very on trend back then.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. It don't look good now. Going back and looking.
Oh, all right. Well,
I wanted to ask you though, we talk about it and we always had on those cold shoulder shirts.
Oh yeah.
Are they coming back?
Oh God, I hope not.
I was just looking, I got 2 clothing magazines in the mail and was looking at them. Almost every other shirt in them are cold shouldered again.
Oh my God, if I would have only kept all my ugly shit, I could be fashionable.
I know, I still have all of mine. So that's what I'm wondering. But I like, you know, that catalog like Venus.
Yeah.
Are they pretty up to date? Because almost every other thing in there has a cold shoulder.
Well,
Like I thought those were out of style.
it could be. I don't know if we could trust Venus as our source of fashion inspo or our fashion.
Well, you look into that for me and let me know.
I'll let you know. All right. We'll catch you on the after show. Don't forget to go over to patreon.com/backtothebar. Join us on the after show because we're going to tell you how we got out of filming or recording when we had enough. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to, you know what I'm talking about. All right. We'll see you on the other side, on the bad side. We'll see you on the bad side. Bye.
Bye.